Hello, Mr. One and Only Bearded. Welcome. I also just got back to my desk, so that's good timing. I have to clean up a little water spill because I was not paying attention while filling up my water glass. And then there was water on my desk, and now there is no longer water on my desk, so that's yay. So that's how exciting my day has been. How about yours? Oh boy, I hope none of this is too loud. Well, we'll see. Oh boy. I have spent most of the day working, which is great. I mean, we love productivity out here. Did I say it wrong? What do you mean? I'm so confused. I did not stomp in puddles. No, I'm not the type to go outside when it's cold and rainy. Definitely not the type of weather I enjoy. You'll find me sunbathing instead. But yeah, no. It was rainy, but I did not do any of that. Fuck, I had a train of thought, and now I don't know where it is anymore. Do you want to be a darling? Put that away from me in the kitchen. Just anywhere. Thank you. Damn it. The dementia is kicking. Yeah, I have no idea what I said, what I was gonna say. Yeah, sunbathing, you know, just laying around in the sun, because that is the greatest thing God has ever created. Just slowly roasting away. You can practically hear your cells screaming, because, you know, getting cancerous or whatever. Anyway. I'm sorry to hear that your day has been stressful. I hope that it will get better and that you'll get to relax later and not have to deal with whatever it is that is making things stressful right now. Cancer bathing, indeed, exactly. But it's like some things are just worth the cost, and that one is for me. Honestly, I could not. Whenever I move out of the city, I'm so looking forward to just being able to put a towel down in the grass and like sunbathing, like without anyone around. It's just all peace and quiet and just me and the sun. And we just have our own little moment together. It's perfect. When I was still living at my parents' house, I used to sunbathe very sparsely dressed, which was especially awkward for the mailman. But you know, you live and you learn, and you take your wins and losses, and it was worth it to me. No, but to be honest, I don't want to sound like I was just making people uncomfortable. You know, I would obviously I would only sunbathe in that way if I knew my parents weren't home, because otherwise that'd be a little weird as well. And like in a corner of the garden where, oh, that one's significantly louder than the other song. Where, what was I gonna say? Damn it. Lost my train of thought again. This always happens. Right, where you don't have to like quite walk by there. And if you don't wanna be confronted with me, you didn't have to be confronted with me. Just walk on by, not even notice me. But anyway, oh my goodness. in general, having a garden has been on my mind a lot lately. I've been looking at apartments, and there's this one that seems pretty promising because it's not really much more expensive than my current one, and it's out in the countryside, and it's a lot more space, which is just great. I don't need like terribly much more space than I have at the moment, but in general it's really good for the work. And if I ever have visitors, like this has been this year a big issue where I'm just like, I cannot work and have someone staying at my place. It just interferes way too much. So having more space would, help with that a whole lot. But I'm a little unsure about the place still. But technically I would also have like a garden area there. Oh yeah, you're looking to move? Like significantly far away from where you are at the moment, or is it first, is the location the problem? Or is the apartment itself the problem? Because, there's like staying at a place and being like, oh yeah, the city is great. I love technically, where I am. But then there's other issues like, yeah, neighbors or the landlord or something about the building. Not everything is always up to date. Some people just cannot be bothered to fix shit. That's fair enough as well. Shit is expensive indeed, especially in the US, right? I think. Okay, actually I don't know about like rent and stuff, but I know that cost of living is like a lot higher than here. I've recently just saw a video about that. About how it seems like, because our taxes in Germany are so high, like it seems to people like, oh my god, you have to give so much of your money to the government. How do you live with that? But then, like, the cost of living is less. It's also, inflation is shit for everyone. Everything is more expensive, but it's just like that comparison. Oh boy. Anyway. This is not going to be a long stream at all. Like, I'm not terribly in the mood, I'll admit. So, yeah, we won't be here for very, very long. Where am I at? Here is where I am at. Oh... Yeah, not liking your roommates is also not gonna do you terribly well. Very, very fair. Oh, I've heard horror stories here and there as well. Some people can just be so shitty. Honestly. Wish me luck. I've got an appointment tomorrow. Have I talked about maybe I already kind of talked about this Saturday, but I'm gonna be going to a cardiologist who's gonna do like a thorough check on things, specifically looking at what my body does when I burn up, like when, the blood's pumping. Haven't talked to them in months. What, your roommates? Do you guys just like live in solitude, to each their own kind of thing? Or is it just that schedules are so different? Thank you, sweetheart. That's appreciated. Funny enough, okay, two things I'm nervous about. One, the drive, because it's in a city I've never been to. I don't know what parking is like, all the overthinking things. And also, this week it's been like freezing, like temperatures at night, so it might be icy roads, which I haven't got much experience with yet. Last year I drove, just like once or twice when it was snowy, and one of those times I almost crashed, so that wasn't cool. And now I'm like, I don't want that to happen again. No, almost crashed. Sounds too dramatic. I was going around a corner and I was going too fast, and I lost my... I was about to say I lost my footing, but no. My tires, they lost their footing. And then I almost slid into cars that were like standing at the traffic light that I was, going around the corner for. So great. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll keep you updated. No, I know no speeding. But that's the crazy thing, right? Like, that thing last year, that was when I was still at the one clinic where I was stationary? No, inpatient. That, when I drove then, I was not going very fast at all, but somehow it was still too fast. Like, I was worried that other people would be annoyed with me for how slow I was going, and yet somehow I was still too fast going around the corner. It was just like that slippery. But yeah, and then the other thing I guess I'm kind of nervous about is the appointment itself, because it's a little different in the sense that usually when I go to appointments, either someone's gonna find something, an answer, a lead, anything, doctor gonna do doctor things, and I'm like, yay, thank you for your help. Or they're gonna not find anything and be like, sorry, couldn't help you with this, and I'll be on my merry way. That's usually like the two options. With this thing, if I'm unlucky, I might get a doctor who is gonna go in more in the direction of like, I don't believe you. Like, having symptoms that are not really like measurable, usually, like chronic pain. And then also, I mean, with the circulatory disorder, they can look at okay, does this look like it's circulated much? No? Okay, cool. That's like all the proof you can have, but in the end, even that is just pain, and then it's subjective again. Like, people can tell me, like, I don't believe you, but that would severely, like, seriously make them look like a dick. But then if there's, like, an actual, like, physical thing that you can measure, and someone goes, oh, no, I don't think this is worth pursuing, I don't know, somehow it feels worse. Oh, I think I'm not explaining this very well. I have had some terrible doctors, but I don't think anyone's ever verbatim said that they don't believe that I'm in pain. I've had people who, like, I've told, hey, if I do this specific thing, my pain gets much worse, so please let's not try that as treatment, because I've tried that, and it's kind of torturous. And I've had people go, let's do that thing. And I'm like, fuck you, man. But, I haven't ever had anyone actually, like, tell me, no, it's all in your head. I've had people go, this is psychosomatic, let's get you some therapy. And then I'm like, I've been in therapy, and there is nothing that has, like, changed any of my quote-unquote physical symptoms. Docs can be shitty. Some of them do their best, others not. Others do not. Anyway, I've had my general doctor, when I told her about, like, some trouble breathing I was having, like, I was like, hey, when I exercise, I have trouble breathing. And because of that issue, I started exercising like I used to go for, like, runs, and then because I couldn't breathe right, I stopped. And then I went to the doctor and told her about it, and she went like, oh, it's because you're out of shape. And I'm like, no, while I was still exercising normally, this issue popped up. That's not, but she did not believe me. And now if something similar happens with this doctor, who is gonna be measuring, like, while I'm exercising, oh, the anxiety of having to exercise in front of someone. That's my nightmare anyway. Like, have them, like, measure shit, and then it's all normal. In that case, it's not just another, like, case of, oh, doctor couldn't find anything, well, we'll move on to the next thing to try and check, or wait until I say I quit. We've tried enough things again, and I'm burnt out from going to doctors. Like, there's... it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be, oh, you think you have this problem, but my machines are telling me it doesn't have anything to do with that. So it's like, it's more of a thing of, like, I'm putting myself more out there and going, I think this is an issue. And then if they, like, measure that and I'm wrong, I feel silly. I feel very silly, you know? Am I making sense? I have no idea. Maybe. But yeah, so this is one of the appointments that I'm actually a little anxious about. Usually I'm not really. Usually I'm more demotivated. I'm like, this is another waste of time, but I'm gonna do it. But yeah, for this one, we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, I will keep you updated. Don't you worry. And I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but I don't know what now. It wasn't that topic, I'm pretty sure. That's sweet. Much appreciated. You are a darling. I do hope that they won't torture you too much at work. Well, I won't have much else to do anyway. I'm quite curious to see how long the wait time is gonna be for my appointment. Because usually cardiology, well, unless you get a referral that has, like, this specific, basically you can get a code that where a doctor says, hey, this is urgent. And then there's, like, every doctor's office has to legally have some spots free for those cases. But if you yourself, without a referral from a doctor, you want to get an appointment, and you call them for an appointment, the wait time is, like, over a year. Mine was significantly less, and I feel very bad about that, actually. That's funny. Okay, let's talk about that part real quick, because I'm like, you know, I'm with this, I've got these appointments at a clinic that specializes in chronic pain. And we've been testing everything, we've been trying everything. He's been sending me to all different kinds of doctors. He's been giving me meds to try out, whatever, right? Excuse me. And that doctor refers me to places, and he's obviously like, well, let's get this done kind of quickly so that we can move on to the next thing. He's got a mission, like, he's on a mission. I'm his patient, and he wants to get things, like, done as quickly as possible. But then me getting, like, one of them referrals with the code that has you go, like, get an appointment quickly because that's what they legally have to do. When I am just there with some chronic pain, I don't feel very good about that. Because there's other people who have got, like, issues with their heart, you know, like, this is their health. Obviously, me being in pain it also sucks, but quite frankly, I've done this for, like, 7-8 years. No, is that right? I've done this for a few years, since my early teens, right? So for me, that's normal. I could wait a year and not much would change. Like, it fucking sucks to live with it. Especially if I'm trying to exercise or if I have to for any reason, like, move my body. And that's even, actually, that's even just going grocery shopping. Like, as soon as I kind of, like, my body temp goes up, I start sweating a little, pain gets worse. So it's very unpleasant to live with, but I feel like I don't have priority over someone who's like, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to a cardiologist, that's usually because there's something like up with your heart, your organs. You know, I feel significantly less important here, so I'm not happy with the fact that I get to, like, just get an appointment a week after calling. I'm like, hey, you know, I've got a referral, when can you get me in? And they're like, come in next week. I called them last week, you know? When other people who just do not have that connection, like, they can go to their general doctor, who do not have those codes that get you in fast. You get a regular referral. So then the cardiologist, like, might know, like, some additional stuff already, because they are basically then in contact with your general doctor. But that doesn't necessarily, like, get you an appointment faster. So they'll have to wait a year. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about I feel like I snuck in the line, you know? And I don't want to. But I also, obviously, I wouldn't want to go tell my doctor at the clinic, oh no, hey, can I please wait a year? I don't want to feel bad, you know, so let's just put this all on hold for a year so my conscience feels a little better. So yeah, anyway, oh god, now I've forgotten what I was gonna say before this. Like, I kind of had a point, and then I was like, oh yeah, let's talk about this real quick with the referral. Oh right, the wait time. Like, actually at the doctor's office. Because, I mean, it's in a less busy city, you know, like, I'm living in the biggest city in the vicinity, and it's not in my city. I'm gonna have to drive for like an hour, 45 minutes maybe, I don't know. And sometimes smaller towns have like less wait time, and other times it's like way more. Like the town I grew up in, sorry, gonna put that on silent real quick. The town I grew up in, like, any doctor's office, you'll have to wait for a long while for any appointment, but also once you're there, you're waiting at least 2 hours. And then a different town that has, like, similar amount of, like, people, that I was, the town I was in for, actually, the lung specialist who had a look at my breathing. That one, they had like, geez, there's like barely anyone in the waiting room. It was like really chill. Never took too long. Like I never had to wait more than 20 minutes. So, you know, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so it can go either way. I really hope that I won't be there until evening. I really hope even that I can get back home before evening. That would be nice. I wasn't getting a message. Someone sent me a TikTok to watch. Of an elephant, apparently. I don't know. I'll watch that later. Oh, bye. Now I've talked way too much about my doctor's things. That is so uninteresting. Oh, boy. But, hey. Thank you, yes, I'll drive safe. I'll be good. My driving lately has been a strange experience for me. Because I feel like every time, no, I can't say it. This is gonna, I was about to say every time that I'm driving lately, after the drive I get out of the car feeling like I almost crashed. Like, I'm very anxious about my driving, is what I'm trying to say. I've had the experience a few times now where I'm like, oh my god, I would have needed to do this better, and I'm like bad with this shit, right? But I shouldn't say that right after you go, oh yeah, have a safe drive, please. I think it's mostly in my head. Maybe it's just also that I've been like, whenever I have driven lately, it was like around rush hour where things are just busier and more chaotic. But I don't know. I've lost like confidence in myself significantly, which is quite impressive considering that I was never very confident in my driving. Like, I know all the rules, but I don't do well under pressure. So, like, I'm a good driver in theory. I'm not always a good driver in real life. Because then there's stress and distractions and... But yeah. I've been wanting to drive more just so I can get more practice. In the big city, I'm not moving my car unless I have to. So obviously I'm not getting a lot of practice in. Thank you. I should do a driving stream sometime. No, that would be a bad idea because then I'm distracted by chat. No, but I've thought about that actually before. It would be kind of fun to just have like some dash cam footage going, and then we're traveling somewhere. That'd be really fun in my head. But then, I'd have to figure something out for like internet while moving. And to be fair, wait, cell service is in Germany is not great everywhere. Like if I'm just driving through the streets of a big city, I could do that. But I can't go driving around the countryside because we'll just be cutting in and out. Yeah, right? It totally would be. Oh man. Very, very, very interesting to try that sometime. But I just recently saw this video about some popular influencer guy who was like live streaming while driving and actually crashed his car and had a not so good reaction of like caring more about the car and the live stream than anyone getting injured. I don't remember them because I'd never heard of the influencer before that. Like I just heard about the incident basically. But yeah, wouldn't want to be inspired by that. And I'd also have to like get like a text-to-speech kind of thing set up probably because I wouldn't want to be reading chat. That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. Well, anyway, okay. No, I wouldn't because I'm responsible. But I feel like a stream with just me monologuing without being able to interact with stream at all would be a little less interesting. Y'all already have to take all my rambling while, we also get to have some like I was about to say interpersonal connection, but that's not the word I'm looking for, is it? That sounds so weird in my head. Some interaction, whatever. But yeah, with me not being able to respond to anyone or react to anything anyone's saying, that's that's probably less fun. Anyway, right, so this will have been it actually for today's stream. Now I did not have anything planned to like do or talk about, as you could tell. I mean, obviously we don't do much in the YouTube streams anyway. It would just be chatting or puzzling. But yeah, I had no topic. I had nothing, no plan. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that your day will be getting better, Bearded. Thank you for stopping by. We will be obviously streaming again, and yeah, I'm glad you were able to as well. Again, I hope I'm not too much of a distraction from work. As long as you are not on stream while doing your forklift training thing, then I'm happy, okay? But yeah, alright. Well, I have suddenly lost my train of thought again. There was something I was gonna say, some just sentence to bring it all together. Wow, I'm so disappointed in myself. Well, there was an upload today. Check that out if y'all haven't yet. I'm sorry for distracting then. But yeah, y'all have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, night, this or that or whichever. And very good viewer. All right. Bye bye.